Mullan is not too cool for school. He is a managing director of Which Media and the co-founder of Which School Advisor. Joins us now live on the line. Morning, James.
Hello, Richard. Great to be here again.
Good to have you with us. It's the end of term. It's the end of a school year. And of course, the kids, the students are getting their end of term grades. And we've asked you to come on to give the schools and the education companies their end of term grades. So let's start bigger picture. If you're giving, let's talk about the Dubai school system. If you're giving it a grade for the past year, what kind of grade would you give it?
Well, it's been a year of plenty. It's been a year of scarcity. So by plenty, we mean the world is coming to live in Dubai. They're bringing their children with them. And so there were a lot of people looking to come into schools, but there's a scarcity of places. And that's been a major issue throughout this year.
So A, B or C?
I would give it an A minus.
An A minus. Good to know. The numbers are, and you shared these with me from the KHDA, a 6% increase in private school enrolment this year, 387,000 students. And that's just Dubai. I mean, this is a big industry, isn't it, James?
Yes, and the big players, the big international players are coming in this year. We've seen Harrow announce in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. They're coming in. Gordonston's going to be launching. But also the local players, people such as Interstar, who've been responsible for the Victory Heights group in Dubai. We've seen Innoventus, we've seen Talim. You've seen them come on your show quite a lot as well. So these guys are coming to the party as well and seeing the opportunity.
Yeah, and GEMS as well, of course, still the biggest schools operator here in Dubai, making headlines with a new school, the GEMS School of Research and Innovation. And I'm as guilty as anyone of this. Can't mention that school without talking about the fees of up to 206,000 dirhams a year. Is this a game changer for Dubai?
We know that GEMS, as you say, the largest player, has been very innovative throughout the 50 years or so that it's been operating. They've always sought to identify the opportunity to get ahead of it. They saw an opportunity for this 200,000 dirham school. It's opening in September. Well, let's see what happens with that.
And in terms of fees, what have we seen across the board? Which School Advisor, you monitor 227 schools in Dubai. One of the things you look at is the fees that they are charging. Where are you seeing the dynamics with fees in the affordable, the mid-market and the premium sector of schools?
Well, if you go on the forums this morning, you're going to find a lot of people complaining about the fee level, the fact that there's a scarcity, particularly in that mid-market. I mean, I've mentioned the big players, people such as Harrow, such as Gordonston coming in, but they're coming in at an ultra-premium level. So there is a lot of pressure in that mid-market at the moment and that affordable level.
And what are we seeing with fees there? First of all, give us your definition of what is mid-market and what is affordable, and what kind of pressure are we seeing for fees there, if at all? Is it upward pressure? Schools want to increase fees because their costs are rising, real estate, teacher salaries, or is it downward pressure from parents and affordability?
Well, in Dubai, the fees are monitored. So by KHDA set them at a certain level for whether the school is good, very good, outstanding. But what we're seeing is from the sort of the mid-market level, we're talking around about the 35 to 50,000 dirham a year level. We're seeing that there is a lot of pressure to get into these schools. They are highly oversubscribed at the moment.
So, I mean, typical economics of supply and demand, notwithstanding the regulator, would suggest upward pressure on prices.
Exactly. And I think, you know, the bad news for parents such as yourself and Tom sitting there is that yes, the fees are likely to be heading northwards.
And of course, if it's an existing school, then the KHDA can regulate what the increase in fees will be from one year to the next. And that's related to performance. A lot of us know that formula. But if you're a new school coming in, then you start with a clean slate, don't you? Even if you're coming in the mid-market, opening a new school, you can think, OK, well, I'm going to benchmark at whatever it may be. Is that the case, that if you're coming in as a new school, you set the fees where you like?
Well, it's interesting. So we have the new desk school launching in Academic City, and that's coming in at a level around about 70,000 dirhams. Now, if you compare that to the old campus that they had in Oud Mehta, that was considerably lower than that. So you're seeing that when this existing school is launching its new version, it is setting the fees at a much higher level.
And that, as I understand it, is a not-for-profit organisation. Am I correct there?
That's exactly right. But I mean, not for profit doesn't mean that exactly as you said earlier, they've got to pay the cost. So they've got to pay the teachers, and that is primarily the biggest cost with schools. We're talking upwards of sort of 60 to 70% of their costs.
Okay, let's talk about teachers. Teacher recruitment trends and readiness is one of the themes that you've been exploring. 27,000 teachers recruited this year. That's up nearly 10%.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the schools are seeing huge interest in coming to Dubai. I mean, if you look at it around the world, I mean, what are the options actually for teachers to go to? It used to be that China, for instance, was a major option for teachers heading overseas. Less so now. I mean, all roads really are leading for teachers are leading to the UAE at the moment.
Finally, let's ask about a thorny issue that we've been talking about on the Business Breakfast. Going to bring Tom in here because Tom made a comment yesterday, just talking about the traffic, I think it was, and passing comment on the fact that, well, it's quieter on the roads, partly because a number of students post-exams aren't going into school at all, or certainly a lot less. And we got some outrage from teachers, from parents saying this is a dreadful thing that kids finish early here in the UAE. How are you reading this one, James, as someone who runs an education company and someone who is a parent as well?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing, post Eid, a lot of schools have emptied. A lot of parents have taken their kids out early. They're obviously trying to take advantage of the cheaper airfares. But this is the perennial issue. Honestly, guys, I mean, we talk about this every year about kids leaving early. And I mean, if you look at the UK, there are fines, for instance, that are applied to parents that actually do this. At the moment, you can get away with it really here.
Where are you, James?
Where am I at the moment? I'm in Portugal. I got away early.
You got away early, but your kids are no longer of school age. Am I right in saying?
No. 25 and 20. I'm well out of this game.
Oh, you get a pass there, James. Great talking to you. Appreciate you getting up early to speak to us in Portugal this morning. The thoughts of James Mullan there. He is the co-founder of SchoolsCompared and Which School Advisor. Thanks very much indeed for all your messages on that. We will, of course, have more on this in the next week or so. Technically, next week is still a school week. Yep. And, of course, back to school, an important part of the economy as well. You're listening to The Business Breakfast.